You can see those drop ships coming in right now over the beautiful River City night. And Lord Creston is in a King Crab 000L, and JD Toker is in a Victory 9SC. This is going to be a very interesting matchup. Two different mechs, and as we saw earlier, Lord Creston really knocked it out of the park with his King Crab, so we are excited to see him back in the battlefield. JD Toker as well.
Gotta say, very, in my opinion, risky choice on Toker's part, picking the Victor, but I really hope to see this be a really good match, a close match. 80-ton mech versus a 100-tonner, so this is going to definitely be interesting.
Yes, I completely agree. I will say that the advantage that the Victory has over the King Crab may not be its tonnage, but it is a little bit in maneuverability.
I definitely agree with you there. Now let's see if I can find our King Crab friend. I'm trying to do it without. There we go.
I know I gave up on that, actually. All right, so
I keep forgetting that I have access to. I keep forgetting I have access to a mini map.
Yeah, you can use the mini map. You should have no issues. All right, so
I keep forgetting that.
I have to say the Victory is nicely painted. I can attest that both of these pilots are very, very skilled in their combat abilities, and it will be nice to see how this completely plays out. We have JD Toker in the Victory and Lord Creston in the King Crab. Both skilled pilots, both in assault mechs. We're looking forward to this battle.
We've got two very good brawling builds, so it's just going to be a matter of time before they have to meet up. This is definitely, I think, once they do meet up, I think it's definitely going to be a quick match with two fairly large alphas. So we are definitely looking at some mega carnage, lots of body parts flying all over the place. Really excited to see it.
Now, as a spectator, I just want you to kind of look at River City, and you can see that day changing right instantaneously. We can now begin to start to see a little bit of the mechs in the morning sunlight. So the time has shifted, and now these pilots are going to be able to see each other a lot easier than it was beforehand. So that was a very cool time shift to be able to see as a spectator. So we have JD Toker again in the Victory, and Lord Creston in the Crab.
Unfortunately, they are not close to each other. Hopefully we do not have a repeat of the last assault match that we got to witness. Now Toker with the Victor, huge advantage as far as mobility goes, so he should be able to be the first one to strike at the King Crab as long as he chooses his positioning correctly. King Crab though with a massive alpha, this is a it's going to be a very crazy match, I think, especially the King Crab getting pretty ballsy in his positioning right now, I gotta say.
Yeah, I gotta say, that's a very interesting position. You can see...
pretty ballsy spot to be.
You can see where the King Crab is. You can see the Victory now coming down out of the runway area. The King Crab is clearly in a position that neither McGruberr or I expected, but you can see on this map with the mechs highlighted where they are, and they're converging, and how they're converging.
You gotta think that he's assuming he's got a range advantage. I can't see any other reason why he would choose that position, but
no,
it's definitely an interesting spot to be.
Well, I'm going to say this much.
He's taking quite a risk.
It is a risk, but I have to say though, coming out of that line, he's gonna have. There's no way Toker's going to be able to come up on him and surprise him. There's going to be those that line right past the Citadel with the storage containers and the secondary dock that provide cover. It's not that bad of a position. It's really along the lines of whether or not he gets the drop on Toker, because as you can see, you have Toker going around the Citadel, and you have the King Crab moving in very slowly behind. So it's going to be very interesting to see how these two MechWarriors duel it out. But again, neither one is actually in a bad position any longer. but I do agree with you,
I
McGruberr.
think at
That
this
was
point,
interesting.
Toker's got the advantage. He's got the tactical advantage. Unfortunately, for Lord Creston, he wasn't able to capitalize on his position, so he's moving in, putting himself a little bit in harm's way, trying to get up
Coming
close.
right around now.
And we've got it. Ooh,
It's close.
Looks
It's
like
close. We're gonna see who
JD
gets that
has
first shot.
spotted his enemy.
Acquired.
In
We
the
have
back,
contact.
we have contact.
Big alpha to the back. That is a huge alpha to the back. Toker trying to use his mobility
0%.
advantage, doing very well at doing so. Those jump jets really doing good for him. Torso twisting going.
Right. Target destroyed.
That is game with a huge alpha to Toker's chest. Man, that was absolute carnage.
Well played, well fought. We are now moving on with Lord Creston.